just as ingeniously, but I would have been better prepared for what came later. The defeat might not have been quite as startling or as stunning, though it would surely have been just as devastating. The purpose of this book is to pay tribute to him and to what he accomplished in his short life. Nick was an extraordinary human being, with joy and wisdom and remarkably profound and astute perceptions about himself and others. He faced life with courage and panache and passion and humor. He did everything more and better and harder. He loved harder and more. He laughed a lot and made us laugh and cry and try so hard to save him. No one who met him was left unimpressed or unaffected. You couldn't meet him and not give a damn. He made you care and feel and want to be as big as he was. He was very big, the biggest. I have written this book to honor and remember him. But there is yet another purpose in writing this book. I want to share the story and the pain, the courage, the love, and what I learned in living through it. I want Nick's life to be not only a tender memory for us, but a gift to others. There is much to learn here, not only about one life, but about a disease that afflicts between 2 and 3 million Americans, 1/3 of whom, it is believed, die from it, possibly as many as 2/3. That is a terrifying statistic. The statistics are somewhat soft on the issue of fatalities, because often death is attributed to other things, for instance, accidental overdose rather than suicide, which is determined by the actual amount of fatal substances ingested rather than by clear motive. It is debatable as to whether or not those who have died could have been saved, or if those who will die can be. But what of those who will live and have lived and are still living? How do we help them? What can we do? Sadly, no one, and certainly not I, has the magic answers to solve the problem. There are different options, different solutions, a variety of ways of coping. But first you have to see the problem. You have to understand what you're dealing with, to accept that what you're dealing with is the equivalent of not just a bellyache, but liver cancer. You have to know that what you're facing is serious, important, dangerous, and potentially fatal. Somewhere out there, in apartments and homes and hospitals, in ordinary jobs and lives, and not just psychiatric wards, are people coping with a terrible struggle within them, and alongside them are the people who know and love them. I would like to reach out here and to offer hope and the realities we lived with. I want to make a difference. My hope is that someone will be able to use what we learned and save a life with it. Maybe you can make a difference, even if I couldn't. If it is true that 1/3 of manic depressives die of this disease and its related burdens, then 2/3 will live. 2/3 can be helped and can live a useful existence. And if possible, I would like Nick's story and Nick's life to help them, to serve them, perhaps to learn from our mistakes and our victories. The greatest lessons I learned were of courage and love, energy, ingenuity, and persistence. We never gave up, never turned away, never turned on him, never let him go until he let us go, because he couldn't fight the fight any longer. We not only gave him CPR when he attempted suicide, but we tried to keep his soul alive in every way we could, so that he could keep fighting the fight along with us. And the real victory for him and for us was that we gave him a quality of life he might otherwise never have had. He was able to pursue a career he loved in music. He saw victories that few people do at twice his age or who live a great deal longer. He knew the joy and excitement of success, and also knew better than most the price he paid for it. He had friends, a life, a family, a career. He had fun and happiness and sorrow. He moved through the last few years of his life with surprising grace despite the handicaps he was born with, and we were incredibly proud of him, as a man, a musician, and a human being. He was a talented, brilliant young man with a disease, but the disease did not stop him from being who he was, or us from loving him as he was. In retrospect, I think it was one of the best gifts we gave him, acceptance of who he was and unconditional love. In our eyes, at least, his illness was only one facet of him, not the whole of him. There is no denying that it is a hard, hard road loving someone with bipolar disease. There are times when you want to scream, days when you think you